Yup, welcome back to another installment of Bigotto Vlogs and part 3 of this sports field rebuild. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, go back, watch those. I'll put the link to those in the description. Before we get stuck into this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like. Peace. But I'll give you a quick rundown on what happened in those anyway. So last week we started the rebuild on this sports field. The top sort of 40 mil of turf got taken off, and then the blecking or the cultivating of the soil turned over about 250 millimeters of worth of soil, loosened it up, and then a laser level grader that's all connected through GPS computers came in and started pushing around the soil to get a nice contour on the outfield from the center wicket, each corner of the center wicket falling down the ground. So every side has the exact same, pretty much the same fall and the same shape and everything, so it's super level and everything's just how it should be. In this video, I probably won't post as often as that first week, as I posted part 1 and part 2 during the whole week, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. This week, I'm expecting just to post this on Friday, so if you're seeing this and it's not Friday, there must be more, or yeah, I don't know, but this week's basically just a irrigation week. So today they're getting the pipes, all that sort of irrigation delivered, pipes, sprinklers, everything like that, and they're going to be starting the process of trenching those in and putting in each station. Once that's completed, I think after this week, because the irrigation process is meant to take about 2 weeks, it's a lot more intricate than just taking off the top and cultivating it. So this process is meant to take about 2 weeks. I think the plan is that once sort of half of the ground is like finished with the irrigation, has the sprinklers in, then the drainage guys can come in and start doing that half of the ground as well, just to speed the process up a little bit more. So yeah, I guess we'll see how we go with that this week. I probably won't do a whole lot of talking because it's literally just the irrigation this week. I'll just show a little bit, bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, I've also been getting a lot of comments on TikTok, and I don't know if there's been many on YouTube, but on TikTok, people saying how long is this going to take and why are we doing this? I've explained why we're doing it. It's because the ground had no drainage in it, the irrigation spacings were very poor, and it was quite undulated through areas, which means it wasn't level. There was a lot of highs and a lot of lows in the ground, which the lows would hold a lot of water, and the highs meant that those areas of the ground were drying out a lot quicker than others. And the grass on top was predominantly ryegrass, which can't really handle the summer heat, so it needed a lot of water, and with the poor spacings in the irrigation, it meant some areas weren't really getting enough water, some were getting too much, so it just was leaving big sort of dry areas, and then some areas that were just way too wet. It wasn't an ideal situation for a summer sport. So yeah, that's why. And how long will it take? The ideal scenario is that this is meant to be finished by Christmas, so the turf is meant to be laid back on top by Christmas, brand new Santa Ana Cooch turf, and then it'll have about 2 to 3 weeks growing period, and then I'll come back in mid-January and start mowing it. But throughout that growing period, I'll probably spray some Calpro, like some kelp extract that helps the root zones build, along with some fertilizers, irons, not like nitrogen, just to really give it a nice boost before I come in and give it a mow. And then hopefully cricket is back on it at the start of February. We didn't rebuild the cricket wicket table in the middle. That got rebuilt about 3 years ago, so that didn't need to get done. So that's not going to be an issue. It's literally just the entire outfield. So let's get into the video. That's it from day 6 out here. The irrigation process has officially begun. As you can see here, all these flags that are in the ground are marking where the new sprinklers are going to go. So tomorrow's plan is they'll come in, start trenching all of the areas down all the lines and start putting in the sprinkler heads, and then we will have water probably at some stage. It takes a little bit of time, so it won't happen overnight, but they'll get stuck into it this week and next week. Then the drainage process begins, and then relay the turf. Peace. Alright, so exciting part of the day. The guys were trenching the irrigation and they uncovered something, and we dug it up, and it could be a part of the cannon. So I've been downstairs cleaning it for the last few hours. It's hollow down this end, and then down this end's got like a dial on it. It's definitely old. Yeah, we're really not sure. Apparently Channel 7 want to come and do a story on it, but we need to confirm first if it is a cannon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm buggered. It's a couple of hours past my home time. I'm still here waiting for this stuff to happen, so who knows. We kept prodding around in the area. We had a metal detector and everything. We couldn't find any more stuff. We found a lot of other stuff, but it wasn't the cannon. So who knows if it actually is it. It was in the right spot. It was in the same spot that someone said that it got buried, so it could be. Time will tell. My bad. I've gone home right now. I stayed back a couple of hours just to clean what I thought was the cannon. Still yet to be confirmed. But a little recap for day 7. So they just started trenching in the ring main for the irrigation, as well as uncovering a lot of services that were under the ground. So that pretty much held them up all day, locating tanks, optic fibre, old electrical works, old irrigation. There was just so many services that ran through that ground on one side, so a lot of hand digging, a lot of sort of fiddling around with metal detectors and traces and everything like that. But they've got to start on the ring main going in. They seem to be going at a good pace. They've got all the pipe work set out for all the lateral stations, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Peace. Alright, so a quick little update on the rebuild going into day 8. So in that previous clip you saw that I was talking about the piece of metal that I was washing. Might have been a bit of cannon. So last night, the school got 2 experts to come out and analyse the piece that we found, and they have confirmed that it is in fact a piece of the cannon. So it's a bit of a cannon from World War I. It's a Turkish cannon. It's a piece of a Turkish cannon that was used to fire at the Anzacs. So it's a pretty cool piece of equipment there. I'm not quite sure exactly what part of the cannon it is. I'm sure I'll find out today. So apparently Channel 7 are coming today at 10 AM to do a story on it. So your boy might get in the background of the news. Who knows? I don't know if they want to I don't know who they're going to talk to. I'm assuming they'll talk to the headmaster. They might want to talk to me because I was a part of the process of digging it up. It was me and 2 other blokes from Evergreen. So yeah, we'll see if I end up getting on the news or not. Be pretty cool if I do. Even if they get to interview me, imagine that. That'd be pretty sweet. So if I am on the news, it's probably going to be in this video anyway. So let's get into it. Day 8. Alright, so a little recap on day 8 of the rebuild. Yesterday the trenching of the ring main for the irrigation continued. They fixed up the mains leak, so now I can water the wicket table again and the practice wickets because they were drying out a fair bit. Channel 9 rocked up. It wasn't Channel 7 they pulled out, but Channel 9 jumped in. They rocked up, did an interview with the guy that's the expert on the Canon, and they also interviewed the headmaster. I was there, I was in the background. I think they got a couple of shots of me lifting out the Canon. So the piece of the Canon that it wasn't actually like the barrel that shoots out the bullets or the cannonballs, whatever it shot, but it was like the recoil tube under the Canon. So yeah, I'm not really sure how it works, but yeah. Anyway, day 9 today, irrigation continues. They've probably finished the ring main by this stage, and they'll start putting in the lateral stations across the ground. So let's get into it. Alright, that's the end of day 9 out here. They just made a few more tracks, getting the irrigation in, the main lines in, the leak has been fixed so we could water the wicket table, so we got a nice flooding on that. Gonna water the practice wickets now, make sure that's nice and moist. And then tomorrow I think the plan is to trench in these lateral sprinklers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys watched Channel 9 News on Thursday, December 1st, which is tonight. You would have seen the story on the Canon, and maybe even I got a mention on there. See you tomorrow. Peace. Alright, so that's the end of day 10, the end of this week. No, it doesn't seem like a lot happened this week. Mostly all just irrigation stuff, which is quite a long process. They got the ring main in and they started laying out the lateral sprinklers. We found a Canon. It was on the news. It wasn't on Thursday night, it's actually on tonight, being Friday. So by the time you see this, it would have already been on. Yeah, just get back into it next week, finish off these lateral sprinklers and begin the drainage process. Only about 2 more weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks until the turf goes down, and then we'll have a brand new sports field. So thanks for watching.